The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Because you can't drink and talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas's live
Midday beer-centered show,
Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch. Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras
and Josh Stewart.
You're such a dad right now.
We got a full house.
We do have a full house. Well, we're a Dave Coulier short of a full house, but we're close. We're close. Welcome to Thursday, one and all.
Cut it out.
You guys, it is Thursday.
Woo!
We made it to Thursday.
I
How
know.
crazy is that?
Are we going to make it through is the question.
No,
I didn't
probably
think it was
not.
going to happen.
I never think it's going to happen.
Well, I'm going to turn Catherine's. You're so bright today, Catherine, on our
Wow,
monitor.
that's just my aura.
I know. What is
The sun just shines from within me.
All right.
Yes.
I like how we test it out, and it works perfectly.
Oh,
And-
we don't bring that up. Don't bring that up. That's
The more filter you guys want to put on me, the better. Just
no,
throwing that out there.
No, there's no filter. It's the internet. Everything's
No,
just,
you're kung fu style again.
it'll fix itself, I'm sure. What are we doing? Oh yeah, welcome to Liquid Lunch, one and all. My name is Josh Stewart. That to my screen right is my co-host Catherine.
What's up, y'all?
What is up, y'all?
What up?
Living that Texas summer life.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I hate it.
Oh,
Well, okay. So
that was me. I'm sorry. A
no,
little something
no.
hot in my throat.
Catherine, my summer intern, the Stewed Productions summer intern,
Yeah.
is here. Hayden Stewart. Take Hayden
Hi,
Cam.
Hayden.
Hi.
There's Hayden Cam.
She's behind the mic, but she's there.
Lean to your left. There you go.
There you go.
Howdy, everybody. Hayden Stewart making her Liquid Lunch. Not debut, but
She's been on before.
she's been on before, but only in small stuff. She's bringing the beer knowledge. She's been on 2 brewery interviews with me so far this summer.
Okay.
Wow.
She's cataloging all that information.
Mm-hmm. So yesterday she climbed inside a boil kettle.
It obviously
Like
was.
Willy Wonka style?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you have to question where the pipe goes to?
No.
Obviously, there was nothing boiling in there at the time.
No, just Hayden's dance moves. Boo, boo, boo. She did a little ditty down in the boil kettle.
Very nice.
Just go with it. So that's part of streaming. It's okay to lie on the show to further along a story.
But it's
That's called entertainment, Hayden.
Yeah,
You have to, in order for things to be entertaining, you have to take a little ball of truth and then sprinkle it with glitter and sprinkles.
but
okay.
this
Glitter
is
check.
this is the only time it's okay to stretch the truth.
Well, you've been
Yeah.
on stage before. It's like verbal dancing. You want pointed toes, big flares, and a
Yeah, big flares.
big, awesome,
Huge
shiny
flares.
costume that just screams whatever you're trying to.
And then you want people to be like, oh my gosh, that's so ridiculous. It has to be true.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we do here.
Yeah. That's why your dad is so good at this show.
So ridiculous.
It has to be true.
It has to be true. But yes, yesterday for Interbrews, we were at Fullbrook Ale Works, episode 165, and that is out now. I'll be posting the Facebook version today, I hope, and the YouTube version. But the regular old-fashioned podcast version is already up and ready. So,
Woo!
yeah, down in Richmond, Jeremiah and Jen.
I have wonderful memories of Richmond from growing up because my parents had friends there.
Yeah, it's real close to Katy.
Yeah, they had alligators and stuff.
Yes,
Around.
it really has. Okay, compared to where we are, if people in the rest of Texas, because all of Texas watches all
Right.
of it.
All of the world, really, but we'll just narrow it down to Texas this
Is
time.
there more of the world past Texas?
No,
I don't
not
know.
if you're driving.
No, right? But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, compared to us here in the Northwest Houston area, Cypress, it's a much different look when you get down to Richmond. Those big oak trees with the moss hanging off, and it's all kind of bayou, swampy kind of.
Yeah, there's lots of water.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's a bunch of hills around in Cyprus.
And anyway, Richmond's got its own thing going on. But
What are you doing?
Who?
Uh-oh.
That's like 3 rolls of paper towels. You guys, it's not summer vacation.
No. Harry, what's he doing?
Are they
He just walked by with literally what looked like 3 pillows worth of unrolled paper towels to clean up one bug
Well,
in my daughter's bedroom.
yeah. Well, it depends on it could be a juicy bug.
Hey, at least he's helping.
Yes, at least he's helping. That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true.
Oh.
Because otherwise, you just would be hearing terrified screams from the other room.
All right. Well, we would be remiss if we didn't reference the guy in that right beer glass right there. Everybody, Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Are we doing this? Oh, wait. Hey, how's it going? I'm Kennedy.
All right.
Hasn't that got old yet?
I don't think so. I think it's just really
No, for who?
Okay.
I don't understand why you don't use that in your everyday life. Like you walk into work, you should just like push a button
Oh,
and that should play
I already-
as you're walking.
I already do have my own theme song when I walk around.
What is it?
It is Little Genuine.
Oh. Okay.
Little Ride My Pony.
No, that's really stretching it.
Yeah, when I walk
That's
in the room,
very, very stretching.
That
in my mind, that's what I hear.
that's the dangers of picking your own theme music. Just like you can't pick your own nickname.
That really is.
There are
yeah.
very few people that can pull off the picking of their own nickname or theme music. It kind of has to be bestowed.
Who picks their own nickname?
Some fighters do it, I think.
Rappers like that?
Yeah, anybody with Lil. Did you see that on Spotify? I think Scott posted it the other day. There's like 4,000 artists with the name Lil in their name
Yeah.
on Spotify now.
Like little or Lil apostrophe.
L-I.
L-I-L.
Yeah, Lil.
Oh.
Lil. Yeah, so I'm just saying might be time to come up with something new.
Maybe think of something new. That's like when like living in San Antonio now, the big thing is to call everything Bear something because it's Bear County.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is named Bear something now. I'm like, okay, can we just give it a break for a minute?
I don't think that's a new thing in San Antonio, is it?
Lately, it has been.
What's it? Yeah, I feel like it's been.
I mean, I think people have been doing it, but it just feels like everyone's doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the only place you can spell bear with an X.
Is it
It's true.
becoming cliche?
I mean, I don't want to use the word cliche. 'Cause
Played
that's
out?
so cliche.
Played
But
out?
it just feels unoriginal. Yes.
Just needs a little. Something new.
Yeah. It's like, let's think of something else.
Okay.
All right. I want to say one moment. Say hi to some of our viewers.
Oh yeah, please.
We got Julie. She's watching.
Hey Jules.
Hey, Jules.
Hello, Jules.
We got Misty,
Hey Misty.
Valentina.
Okay. Hey Val.
I Misty.
And we have a new viewer.
What?
Maybe not new,
Oh.
but I haven't seen her name yet.
Go on.
Sylvia, the beer-fed mother.
No, Sylvia's been on.
Has she been called the beer-fed mother?
Well, that's her Twitter handle. I know that for sure. She does Girls Pine Out down in Galveston.
Nice.
She's actually. Let me see. Oh, she's actually going to San Antonio, next weekend, Catherine. And she's asking for.
Ooh.
She's asking if she can stay at your place.
Yeah, she wants to stay at
Yeah.
your place.
Well, I mean, listen, if she wants to, she wants to experience what the worst B&B would ever be. This is the place to come.
B and K.
So
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
not-
right.
B and C's chores, just like chores and children. B and C. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to pull your weight.
yeah,
That's it.
so
That's
she's
what they
asked.
should do. That should be a new service. You get to stay with a family and do the work around the house.
You mean instead of
I
paying,
would sign up for that in a minute. I mean, for someone to come here and do it, not for me to go somewhere and do
you mean
that stuff.
like Airbnb, and the payment is
Yeah.
you got to do chores around the house.
You have to clean my toilets.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the people don't leave. Like Airbnb, you just have to kind of like let somebody come into your house. No, you come and stay on the
Right.
couch,
Yeah,
but you're going to do chores as well and probably help with dinner.
That is brilliant, by the way. That is brilliant.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of millennials that are missing out on that sort of thing. Like take it all the way back, like
Cleaning?
yeah, like cleaning and cooking and just basically being useful.
Yeah.
well,
I agree.
Catherine, when you come to
Yes.
Houston, Sylvia has
Yeah.
just invited you to stay with her.
Oh,
You got-
my goodness.
You got a host.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. That's exciting.
I feel a reality show, like just
Yeah.
waiting to happen.
I think we're just going to get drunk.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be fun.
Mom style.
Yeah,
Lady
mom-
style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're so wasted. It's 9:30.
Yeah. Oh, after one beer.
You can sit.
What
yeah.
time is it?
Yeah. Sit on. Yeah.
You know what I was thinking last night? I was like looking at the clock and it was 10:30 and I was like, oh my gosh. I used to get ready to get dressed to leave the house at 10:30 at night. And now if I'm up until 10:30, I automatically label myself as having insomnia.
That's true. My wife does the same thing. Kelly does the same thing. She sit down on the couch like, hey, let's watch a show. I'm like, oh, you mean 15 minutes from now you want to be asleep? All right, click.
Perfect. Yeah.
Don't drop that quarter, whatever. She drinks two sips of her like wine, and like she's almost dropping it as she's
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Mom life.
That mom life. We got a guest today, and we're gonna try to bring him in right now. So if everything goes according to plan,
All right, everybody, let's keep our collective fingers crossed.
let's see what happens. We're gonna all the way. Let's see what happens here.
Cross everything you can.
We're gonna call in from. Am I saying it right? Canutillo? Can you or Canu?
Canutillo? Anybody?
Canutillo? I don't know.
Can I stop crossing my eyes?
No, not yet. You got to keep everything crossed.
You've been crossing your eyes.
What?
Well, we got to get this thing working, Catherine. We can't just.
You made her cross her eyes?
She
Hey.
did that of her own volition.
Hey, Hayden, lean to the.
Here we go. Here we
Yeah.
go. I'm seeing.
There you go.
Uh-oh. See, make sure my settings are right here. Hey, there's David.
Uh-oh.
All right, hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let's
Hold
let me
on.
adjust real quick. Oh, apparently every time you have to adjust this. Hold on. Hold on. This should be working.
Can David hear us? David?
Maybe. Hold on. Let's see. And
Yeah.
I see David.
Oh. Could you ask him to. move his
Okay.
cam-
David, can you hear us? No.
No.
Okay. He's looking good though. His picture's looking great.
Yeah.
You're looking good. Hold on, we got to make sure. No, we can't
can
hear
see
him
us.
either. All right, hold on. We're gonna make this work.
Do you know what we need to do?
What?
We all need to start taking sign language classes.
That would work.
So,
Some
do you?
Do you? All right.
Yeah.
So,
letters.
letters. Okay, so that's not working. Hold on, I got the wrong thing here. Let me see if I can't figure something else out.
So,
Y'all
we
keep talking.
start doing sign language.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Catherine.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's the WW going?
Oh, there we go. You can hear us now? You can hear us. Now we can't hear him. All right, hold on. I'm working on this. This is going to work. All right, everybody, chill. All right, y'all talk amongst
I
yourselves.
can't see you, Kennedy, but what's the I don't understand what's the
Weight
double, are you doing
Watchers.
double
How's
stuff?
Weight Watchers
Oh,
going?
it's
Yeah.
not. It's not going. I've got to get back on this train. I can't get motivated.
Oh.
You know, yeah.
Did y'all all jump off the bandwagon? You're all off?
No, I'm actually.
I'm kind of on it. But it doesn't count if you eat really well for lunch and then blow it up at dinner. Like, that's sort of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I do, for the most part, I do good, but I don't know. I gained like 2 or 3 pounds like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've plateaued, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying? You've plateaued?
I've plateaued,
Okay.
and
I feel like if I put the proper amount of energy into it, I would be there.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah,
hard.
so-
It's hard because you have to cook everything. If you're not ready to cook all the time, for me, it makes it difficult.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to add in some exercise with that, which is,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of the
It's
the
hard to
problem.
motivate
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay,
Yeah.
David, can you hear us? I can't hear it. Can we can't hear David. What am I doing wrong?
I don't know. Can you do the drunk dial line?
I'd have to change some stuff. I'm gonna make this work because we worked earlier.
It did
Can you
work.
hear Catherine say hi, David?
Hi, David.
Can you hear Catherine when she talks? Oh, there was a snippet of audio there. I heard it for a second. All right, hold on.
I heard a little wrinkle in the.
The wrinkle in the time.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna try something real quick.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah. See, Mixer's going.
Yeah, it is. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do all that. Let's see if this is working. This is not working. I don't know.
It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna close that. So sorry, Mixler. Audio feed. won't
Hey,
work.
Shane. How's it
Shane.
going? Shane's on.
Oh, okay. Now where did he go? Oh, we didn't lose him, did we? Oh, there he is. Okay. Now let's see. Nope, that didn't work. This is live streaming
Yeah.
at its best.
See, Jeffrey's on. How's it going, Jeffrey?
Okay.
Looks like Jeffrey's going to be going to Mississippi
Oh yeah.
soon.
Uh-huh. Oh,
He's
good.
going to Mississippi and meeting up with Mexico.
Oh, Greg. Mender.
Really? That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mexico, for those of you that don't know, is a friend of ours. It's not the entire country of Mexico is not meeting Jeffrey in
Maybe.
Mississippi.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
All right, Dave. I'm gonna try to reestablish this
Maybe it
call,
could happen.
and then we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Hanging up, and then now let's call him back. This will work.
It's going to work.
It worked last time. We saw him, right? You saw him, like went on the thing just now.
Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah.
He looked fine.
Okay. Yeah, he looks great.
Looks great.
Looks great.
So I'm saying sign language.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now hold on. All right, y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Talk, talk, talk.
Yeah, Hayden, what do you got to say? Oh wait.
Okay, Hayden, what day of summer vacation are you on?
I don't keep count. I just enjoy
Just enjoy the moment. That's the way to live, girlfriend.
Are we hearing
Yeah.
anything yet? There, see, we should be hearing ringing.
El Guapo.
El Guapo. Isn't it Guapo or Guapo?
El Guapo.
He's pronounced.
Guapo.
The good looking?
Guapo. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Josh.
Not you.
Oh, you weren't talking to me?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, we can't hear him. All right, hold on. Hold on. Talk about what we're drinking real quick while I figure this out.
Okay.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid
Stall.
Lunch.
Stall.
This is
What you drinking?
What you drinking?
Okay.
All right. Today, I'm glad you asked.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm really excited about this one
Oh,
today.
almost.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you got?
I have got Sangre de Shiva,
Ooh,
and it
sounds
is,
exotic.
Yeah, I was on my last trip to New Braunfels.
Okay.
Jules and I stopped by New Braunfels Brewing Company.
Oh, a little something from Kelly.
Yeah, it is. So it's a red wine barrel aged black sour wheat beer.
Okay.
So we kind of on our beer table today we have a whole wheat beer theme going.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Nice.
So this is gonna be like the wine. This is like the beer for wine drinkers.
Okay.
So I know
All right, how about-
Misty's watching, and I don't know. Did Jules ever send you that beer, Misty?
Can she answer?
Yeah. She can answer on Facebook.
David, can you
Does that
still hear
work?
us?
Okay, and we also have another
Okay.
wheat beer.
I'm gonna have to improvise. Y'all talk.
I'm
Talk
trying.
amongst yourselves.
All right, so I have the other one we have here is the Icon Gold, which is Texas wheat beer, and from what I understand from Josh, this is the beer.
yeah.
This is the beer that started for him.
Yeah, that was
This,
everything.
this is it.
Oh, okay.
This is Josh's.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's
It's one of his babies.
no, that's it. That's the Texas wheat
Yeah.
that St. Arnold brought back. All right,
And then
David, message me your phone number.
I also have this community wit beer. Mm-hmm. I bought this. I brewed on Friday. Mm-hmm. Jeffrey, you'll be proud of me. This is my second batch, and I did a wit with it was one of Preston Brown's from the Grain Cellar. Yeah, hey
Okay.
Preston. It's a wit beer with orange peel and coriander, and I actually brewed a wit on Friday, which I had to use grind up coriander seeds, use orange zest,
Wow.
lemon zest, and grapefruit zest. So
That's good.
I'm really excited about this one. But anyway,
Sounds
so as I
good.
was brewing, I basically got the same beer that I was brewing,
Okay.
the same style. So had some leftover. We get to drink it
Yeah.
on the show. Ooh,
Nice.
yeah.
Y'all keep talking.
So
This is great.
yeah,
else?
it's good stuff.
Is that it? Just the 3?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
I mean, it's
I
enough.
can't-
I'm just asking.
I do have to.
I'm curious to see what the color of that New Braunfels one is.
Okay. Now, we've had trouble with these beers on the past, not because they taste bad, but because they tend to blow up.
Uh-oh.
And we've had a few spew all over the table. But hopefully things will go good today. I have a good feeling about this one.
Oh, your new beer? Oh, wait. Which one are you talking about? Sorry. Kind of out of loop. Working on a solution here. Had to send the intern. Sorry, David. I'm going to speak for David here for a second. They're out there. Just nod if I make sure I get all these facts right. Canutillo, Texas, or is it Canu? Can you? He's like, you're butchering it.
It didn't blow up.
Good.
Yeah.
That's suburb of
that's
El Paso, right? I think, Catherine, I believe it's kind of like the Katy of El Paso.
Are you guys talking to him right now?
Well, I'm talking to him, but we can't hear him, so that's the problem.
Oh, okay.
We can see
So
him.
he's in a
His
suburb
video.
of El Paso.
Yes. So right now, what most people don't know is David Slocum from Sun Brewing is on the show. It's just like he's in the Upside Down right now. We got to get him out from. If we had Christmas lights, David, we'd be able to. But we're working on a solution.
Communicate. Yeah.
Okay, Kennedy.
Do you have time for this?
I will. I need you to take over for a second.
Okay.
All right. Let me see
Yeah.
this, Kennedy.
I'm taking over.
All right.
What am I doing?
You're filling
Are you
time.
pouring?
You and Catherine.
Oh.
I'll be right back with the solution.
All right. Cool. Yay.
Have you tried that New Braunfels beer before?
No, I've had lots of their beers before, but I
Right.
haven't had this one.
Awesome.
So I'm about to tell you. Well, I poured one for
Wait.
Josh, but I'm drinking it now.
Yeah, you should just drink both of them. You know what you need, Kennedy, is one of those hats that has like the straw that comes down on either side. You know. You know what I'm talking about?
I know. Are you allowed to drink craft beer out of those? Or are
Of course. If you could shotgun a craft beer, why wouldn't you be able to drink
I don't
beer?
know. I don't know if I'm gonna get.
I mean, I wouldn't put anything too rare up there, but let's be different. Let's think outside of the box,
No.
outside of the can.
So Jeffrey is proud of me for brewing. He wants to know how much coriander I used in the beer, and I believe I used 3 teaspoons, or is it tablespoons? I don't remember.
There is a difference.
But I know there's a difference. But Preston, from the Grain Cellar,
Yeah.
he has all the instructions. He makes it easy. And yes, 3 teaspoons. Thanks, Preston. I'm watching the comments right now. So 3 teaspoons of coriander. He makes it easy. He's got very detailed instructions every step of the way with the home brewing process. He even makes it so someone like me can brew beer successfully.
Okay.
Yeah. I
David.
think we got him now.
We do have him. Can everybody hear him?
He's a little low.
I can't hear him, but you guys don't worry about that and just proceed smoothly.
Okay. Hey, David, how's it going?
Pretty good, thank you.
Good.
How's everything over there?
Well, other than the technical difficulties, which that's kind of par for the course, right? But it's going good. It's going good. Everybody, David Slocum founder, brewmaster at Sun Brewing in just outside of El Paso. Way out there. Actually, when we talked to David, David, you can attest to this. We're actually talking back in time because they're all the way back in the last hour. So we're talking to him from the future. Did you?
Wouldn't he be in the past?
No, we're from the future. We're talking to him. He's in the past.
Oh.
So that would make the future now.
That's right. We're talking. Well, it depends. Is he now and we're in the future, or are we now and he's in the past?
You know, it's way too early for this.
All right, David, how are things in El Paso today?
Good, nice and sunny.
Yeah, Sun City, right?
Hot weather, triple digits usually.
Nice. Tell us a little bit about Sun Brewing. We here on Liquid Lunch like to say that we're trying to cover all of Texas craft beer, but Texas is really, really big, and I really, really wanted to get out there and talk to some people from way out west, and you're the most west.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
yes. I don't think anybody can, because I think if you go any further west, you're in New Mexico. So if that's, I think you've got it. You've got that title, and you're going to keep it forever. But when did you? When did you start Sun Brewing? How long have you been a brewery?
4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was planning it about 5 years ago, and then it actually started about 4 years ago.
Cool. What is how did you get into craft beer? What was the genesis of wanting to start a brewery?
It's kind of unique with my situation. I've always been a lover of beer, but I was, I come up as an engineer, and I was laid off of work, and the stars and the sun was aligned, and I love cooking food, and I love making beer. I was always into that, but I never had it in my mind I'm going to be a professional one day. But because circumstances changed, I was laid off of work, and I said, I'm busting my butt, for corporate America. And, just working an astronomical amount of hours, just doing all kinds of things. And then when I got laid off, I was like, why don't I try to do something for myself or try to start my own business? And then, so that's what I did. I just started it, and just to see what would happen. And I'm happy. I love what I do. So that's the most important thing, I think.
When you started your brewery 4 years ago, were there any other breweries in the area? I mean, I know New Mexico's got a pretty good brewing scene. If you go to Albuquerque, and I've been through Santa Fe, but as far as in El Paso, were you the first brewery in El Paso?
I would say so. In this Tri-City area with Las Cruces, New Mexico, El Paso, Texas, and Juarez, Mexico. The only brewery before Sun Brewing was High Desert in Las Cruces.
Okay.
And so, I'm not the first to make craft beer. I think, in my opinion, Jackson's would be the very first. And actually, I think Jackson's was the first craft beer I ever had. But it was a restaurant, a full-fledged restaurant, making, good food, and had like liquor and everything. And then they made their own beer for the restaurant. So Jackson's would be the very first to make craft beer in El Paso.
Okay.
And then I would be the one that just made a brewery with beer-focused, trying to distribute.
Okay.
So Sun Brewing is the very first to ever distribute a keg of craft beer in the history of El Paso.
Nice. That's cool. As far as your wheelhouse and things as far as beer styles and things that you enjoy and things that you brew, what do people need to know about what you're brewing?
Okay. My nature is a little experimental, and I know everybody has their own flavors and what they like, but from my very first day in business, I really try to infuse what I call indigenous or regional local flavors into the beer as kind of, I don't want to say not like it's too niche, but because I do pale ales, IPAs, stouts and stuff, but I really wanted to take the things that are in El Paso and not just El Paso, but Las Cruces and southern New Mexico, and bring them out in beers that are bona fide, like tried and true borderland flavors, to bring them out in a beer. For example, the very first beer I made in Sun Brewing was called Miados de Alien, which translates to alien piss in English. So that beer is like just quintessential borderland, meaning that it's not El Paso. It's like this regional flavor of New Mexican chili peppers and apricots. So apricots, you have apricots are, right here, apricot trees, apricot farmers here in this region. And then chili peppers are huge in New Mexico. So if you infuse them into a beer, it gives, a really unique flavor. So that's kind of what I try to do, stuff like that.
That sounds, I've never thought about you know, what alien piss would taste like, but it sounds delicious. I guess it depends on where they come from, but wherever they came from, it's working.
Yeah, I drink that.
Okay, so Kennedy, you were saying earlier, somebody said, well, I guess, David, you can answer this question. Did you make a beer with avocados?
Yes, a very, very long time ago, like 4 years ago. Yeah, I made one.
Okay, as home brewer, Kennedy just got into homebrewing. I've been homebrewing for a little while. I have to ask this: how do you get avocado? It's got a lot of fat and oil and that sort of stuff. So how do you get the flavor of the avocado into the beer without and what's the process there?
That's extremely difficult. The oils are just kind of, I personally couldn't figure out a way to really take out all the oils.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a little oil in there, but I try to combat it with, say, some carapils or adding some other things to kind of help head retention.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like making a beer with like peanuts.
Yeah.
But I think peanuts would be easier because you could bake them and keep baking them and drying them out.
Yeah.
Avocados are extremely difficult. So if you use a lot of avocado, I just think you're going to have head retention problems. But as long as people are okay with that and they just want the flavor of the avocado, and which is a very mild flavor in a beer, it almost tastes almost like an herb.
Yeah.
So, I've never been able to perfect the avocado. It's always been just a little bit, I think it's worth doing, but as long as people understand that, it's not this perfect beer that has perfect head retention and stuff like that.
Yeah. I say kudos to the effort, though, because I don't know. I mean, what goes better, like a guacamole or whatever and some tortilla chips and a awesome, light beer after a hot day.
Yeah.
What's better? I don't know.
Yeah.
The answer's nothing.
Thank you, Catherine. It's true. That's true. There's nothing better. I don't know.
I heard another rumor, David, that you brewed a beer with tamales. Is that true?
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That was one of my first beers, and I really got laughed at for that one, and I still kind of do sometimes. But I mean, it's okay. I wanted to do it because, in my view, throughout the history of beer, like Russian kvass, or even some people that make some of these toast beers or bread beers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the concept goes back forever, and say for example, Russian kvass is the Russian national drink in Eastern Europe. I mean, it's really dominant as a cultural drink. And then so I took that idea and just made it with the region. So it's a sweet tamale. It's not, one of these tamales with like meat in it. It's just a sweet tamale. So it's like sweet bread with spices and raisins or dates or however you want to make it. And you can even have some nuts in there.
Yeah.
Those are delicious. Well, you did combine two of my favorite things, beer and tamales.
Yeah, I feel like did your grandmother tell you did it wrong when you were after
I
it
had
came
a lot
out?
of fun with it.
I don't, Catherine, I don't think he can't. Well, the way I had to set it up,
can't hear me.
he can't hear. But
Okay.
I'll pass along your question, Catherine. Yeah. My co-host there in San Antonio wanted to know if your grandmother told you did it wrong when you did the.
Because that's
made
what
the
she
tamale.
does. That's what my grandmother does when I make.
Yeah, her grandmother tells her she does it wrong every time she tries to make tamales. So that's maybe not.
So are you going to keep trying to perfect this tamale beer, or are you done with it?
Oh, no, I make it every year. Every single year I make it and release it in September.
Oh, so if we're in El Paso in September, we can stop by Sun Brewing and get some tamale beer.
Yeah, and I make a different tamale every year. So I think my third anniversary edition was a rum raisin. So the tamales were made with raisin soaked in rum, so it had like a rum flavor.
Oh, that almost sounds like almost, I don't know, what kind of yeast do you use with it? Because that almost sounds like when I think rum raisiny, I think like a quad or some, one of those dark Belgian beers. But what kind of yeast did you use?
It was just American.
Okay. I bet that's good though. I want to try that. I'm super intrigued. Okay, so that's September. Tell me about your brewing schedule, like some of your seasonals and that sort of thing.
Okay, the seasonals. Okay, so we got the tamale top for Halloween area, like Octoberish. I have a few of them. I can't fit them all in there, so I tend to rotate them. Canutillo Hoppy Vampires Brew is one, and it looks kind of like a blood red because of it's made with hibiscus. And another one is Frankenstein. Frankenstein was the first Halloween beer I made, and that's a hybrid beer with local grape must, a sweet red type of a grape must with the wine yeast combined with the beer yeast to kind of take its own little flavor. And it's the Frankenstein ale, hybrid ale, is, believe it or not, it's one of the ones that are almost universally loved. Like, not all the beers I make are liked, but that one's one that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the wine beer hybrids, like some of the stuff from like New Braunfels, kind of like what they're doing.
What we're actually drinking at this very moment.
Yeah,
is a wine hybrid.
Yeah, New Braunfels. Kelly up at New Braunfels, they do quite a bit of the wine barrel aging and kind of the grape must approach to beers as well. So those are really good and really refreshing.
Yeah.
So, well, okay. So Frankenstein, that's Halloween time. What about around the holidays, around Christmas and stuff?
Oh, Christmas. I make there's two main Christmas beers that I make, and I'm working on a third one. But the very first two, and I still make them, is one of them's called Calientito, and that's a Mexican. It's like a Mexican fruit punch drink, spiced fruit punch that they drink for the holidays. And then I just took all those fruits and made a beer out of it because they go crazy about Calientito around here. And actually, my wife's the one that introduced me to Calientito, and then she said it'd be a great idea, so I went with it. And that's pretty much my wife makes it every Christmas, and then she says you got to do it, so I did it, and people like it.
Nice.
And then the other one is more of is one that I kind of come up with, but it's a spin-off of Miados de Alien. It's Miados de Santa Claus, so Santa Claus piss. So I try to release that the day after Christmas, and that's basically the same recipe as Miados de Alien, New Mexican chili peppers and apricots, but very slight. It's not too pronounced. But I add a little Christmas time spices like cloves, maybe some brown sugar, cinnamon, to kind of give it that apricot, cinnamony, spicy flavor to it.
Yeah.
And I make it a little darker than. So I'll add maybe some darker crystal malts to kind of make it just a little tinted in color.
Yeah. What size is your brew house?
2 barrels.
Okay, so you're real nimble. You can. I mean,
really small.
Yeah, but I mean, you're able to brew a lot. So that's, I mean, a lot of different styles and do a lot of experimentation. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, in their open boils. So I mean, you can really do a lot. Cool.
Yeah. All right,
David. Do you guys do any kind of distributing?
I would do it myself. Occasionally, but not too much. Maybe just a 1 keg special tapping or something. But if I can expand, which I really hope to in the next year, get a different brewing system, and then distributing has never really interested me too much. But what I would like to do is set up tap rooms and distribute to my own tap rooms, and then maybe keep it small. I really believe in small batch brewing. I really love it, and I believe in it. and the value of it, and how special it is. So if I ever do get the money, I would like to set up tap rooms, and then set up maybe in another city another brew pub, and then other tap rooms within the city. Then go to another city, set up a brew pub, and then other tap rooms. I don't really want these huge colossal tanks and the centralized brewing. It's just, I don't know, I'm just not too attracted to it.
I dig it. I like it. We have a question from our summer intern, my daughter Hayden. Hayden, what was your?
I don't have any.
Did it get answered? Okay. You wanted to know what Santa piss tasted like, and then he explained. Was that the? No. Okay. Just kidding. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. David, do you guys have a kitchen in your brewery? Do you guys
It's
serve
not
food?
big. It's the world's smallest. I do have a kitchen, but it's got to be like the smallest that you can think of. It's this little crack, a little small stove, just a small fridge, and I assemble my food trays on my kegerators. So like where I pour the beer is kind of where I assemble it. But yeah, I got a kitchen, and I get experimental with it or traditional. Just I have a core menu of hot dogs, bratwurst, smoked sausages, and then I'll maybe have a special of the week of whatever I concoct up to go with maybe a new beer release or something.
That's cool.
Oh, nice.
What's the overall, for El Paso, what's kind of the overall vibe that you get, especially over the last 4 years since you've been open, as far as the acceptance of craft beer in general? And are people, open to it? Or do you find it, people are more into the traditional macro stuff, or how? What's the vibe out in El Paso as far as craft beer goes?
Mm-hmm. I think El Paso is an extremely traditional city in just about every aspect. So I think craft beer has a long ways to go in El Paso, and I think craft beer people that are into craft beer need to bridge the gap, or try to bridge the gap to the everyday person. So the vibe in El Paso would be, it could very well be the Bud Light capital of the world. I mean, people, pass down from father to father, great grandfather. I mean, they like that macro commodity beer, and I don't down that, and I don't have no problems with it. It's just that for people to expand their palates, to expand, to try new things, I think it's more difficult around here. You always have that certain group in every city that's all about it. I mean, you're always going to have that, but by the overwhelming majority of the neighborhoods, your everyday people, your lunchbox, working people, which is the overwhelming majority of El Paso, try and bridge the gap culturally, and just try to, not be confrontational or look down upon people. Or, a perfect example to me, it's not, I'm going to give you an example, but it's not, it didn't happen here in El Paso. You're familiar with Anthony Bourdain, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are you familiar with how he had a true disdain for craft beer nerds, what he called them, or snobs?
Yeah.
So what stuck out to me about that is that this guy really is an expert in cuisine, and he is all about finer things, even though that he would go to any environment and eat and enjoy other cultures and other people's food. But why is it that we couldn't bridge the gap for craft beer to a guy like him? I mean, he's quintessential, and I think that's a good example, because how many people aren't into craft beer or into, whatever? It's just not top on their list. So when you look at an everyday El Pasoan, it's not top on their list. I mean, you have older people with diabetes that drink light beer, or bikers that drink light beer. You got this whole culture. So it's kind of like, how do we bridge that gap to where you don't have that situation where people are just put off by it? And I think that's something that in craft beer, to try try to have that handshake that, hey, it's okay that you drink macro beer. I mean, every beer has its place, but hey, you know, we could make a local craft, you know, American lager or you know, a German or a Czech Pilsner. I mean, we can make these beers, you know, and we can offer all these different things. I mean, just to try to bridge that gap a little more in places that need it more, in my opinion, and it's really prevalent here in El Paso because, I mean, you have, I don't know what the percentage is, but I'd say probably 80-some% that is just, you know, in the neighborhood and drinking their macro beers. And I just try so hard to get to these people, and not so much, at least with my personality and warmth and stuff, to try to bridge the gap and try to give knowledge instead of saying, you know, your beer sucks. I was just saying, hey man, try this, you know, or something like that to try and bridge the gap.
Yeah. No, that's definitely the approach. I mean, for anything, if you're trying to advance an idea or a thought, putting down somebody else's idea or thought, you know, off the top is usually a good way, a good conversation killer. So, yeah, kudos on your approach, and yeah, you just got to meet people where they're at, you know. So that's good stuff. And I think your approach, where you're, you know, like you said, not too niche, but still just embracing the local cuisine and local flavors and just the terroir, I guess, as you could say. I think that'll bring a lot of people in just on a pure curiosity standpoint. And then once you get them in on the curiosity standpoint, that's when you hook them with something good, you know, because there's, I mean, you know, people have what they've had for a long time, but then, you know, if they'll just sit down and try something, there's something for everybody, you know. So that's the beautiful thing about beer. That's cool. I have to ask, what as far as like the rest of Texas, what makes it out there to El Paso? Are there breweries from back east that, you know, you guys see out there that y'all, you know, that you and some other of the craft beer enthusiasts enjoy, or is El Paso a bit of an island unto itself as far as Texas goes? How does that?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the question.
Well, as far the other sorry, long-winded. The other beers from Texas, like from Houston or Austin or any of those, you know, breweries, do they make it out to El Paso, or do you guys get more New Mexico craft beer in El Paso? How does that? What's the variety available like at the local liquor store or whatever?
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
If you're a typical El Paso and you're going to go to the corner store, and then you know, say at Howdy's, that's a pretty common gas station corner store around here.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see your typical, you know, Stone, Dogfish Head, Blast Point. You'll see Lagunitas. You'll see, you know, those.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to, say, a specialized craft bar, some sort of a craft beer place.
Hoppy Monk. They have a Hoppy Monk in El Paso.
You'll see a huge variety of all kinds of Texas beers. And say, for example, Tin Man is a Texas beer-only craft bar in El Paso, which seems to be pretty popular. So there's outlets for craft beer, for other Texas beers. And for the people that are diehard craft beer, they can get all those beers from Texas, all the craft beers from Texas.
Okay. Well, cool. Just talking to you really, really makes me want to take a trip out that way. I mean, it's far. Texas is ginormous.
Yeah, it's only like 700, 800 miles to El Paso.
It's true. It's a long way, but worth it. I mean, I you know, just to hear you talk about the passion you have for the beers you brew and the so connected to your home there, it makes me want to get out there and dive into it and try some of that.
Drive into that piss.
Same with me. I want to get to Houston. I have a couple friends there and go see all the breweries. I think I will visit Houston soon.
Oh, awesome. Well,
you know what you need to do when you visit Houston. You need
Austin?
No, when you visit Houston, the one thing you need to do above everything is
What's that?
is come be on our show.
Yeah, come sit in studio.
Sit in the studio with us.
We'll drink a lot of good beer
Yeah.
together.
Okay, I will for sure.
Well, most of the time when Kennedy asks people to like come hang out, they usually run the other way. But we'll have other people around. It'll be safe, David. It's fine.
Yeah, it won't be just me.
He's not just asking you to come hang out with. Yeah.
No one wants to do that.
Hey, come jump in my van and come have a beer.
I will for sure. I'll come hang out and do a lot of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Well, David, thank you so much for being on the show today. Apologies for the.
Real
Do we have
quickly-
questions from the viewers?
Yeah, real quickly, I have a couple of viewer questions.
Okay, hit them up.
First of all, Danny would like to know your tap room hours.
Okay, the most that I used to have 4, but now I'm 3. But I think I'll go up to 4 again. But so the maximum beers I have on tap is 3.
Okay. And when are you guys open?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Saturdays and Sundays I open at 2.
Okay.
Thursday, Fridays I open at 6.
Okay. Solid. So that means on Thursday, check out Liquid Lunch if you're in El Paso, and then go hang out at Sun Brewing. I think
Right.
that, and then
Thank you very much.
and then you're into the weekend.
Yeah.
So there you
Yeah.
go. All right. Any other questions? Is that
Yeah. No, one last question. So we have a lot of home brewers who watch the show, and getting back to your tamale beer, somebody wants to know at what point in the brewing process do you add the tamales?
I'll say that out of all the years that I made it, I'm going on my 5th anniversary here. I've put it at every single stage.
Oh.
Every single stage I've put it in. Maybe not every beer, but there's been a beer where I put it in the mash, I put it in the boil, and filtered that stuff out, and I put it in the fermentation.
okay? So you could. Next step is to barrel age it on tamales. Are there tamale barrels? I don't know. Is that? I don't know.
But not every beer I've done that with, but I have done it in every stage.
Okay. All right. So
So fermenting stage, you just drop the tamales in the fermenter?
Yeah.
Interesting.
yeah. No, I'm curious. I want to come watch that beer be brewed.
I kind of want to do that now.
Yeah. We need to get our bus and drive out to El Paso for sure. All right.
Man,
Well,
we would kill each other.
do you think? No, we wouldn't. What?
800 miles?
That's true. Okay, one of us would arrive, I'm sure. All right. Well, David, thank you so much for being on Liquid Lunch today. And everybody, when you're in the El Paso area, make sure you head out to Sun Brewing and tell David there that Liquid Lunch sent you. David, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show today.
And thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dave.
David Slocum, everybody. Sun Brewing, El Paso, Texas, out in the West Texas town of El Paso. David, we will talk to you down the road. Just seriously let us know when you're coming to Houston, and we'll buy you some beers.
Yeah, I will buy you some too. Thank you.
All right, cool. Thanks, David. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too.
Sweet.
Bye.
All right, David Slocum there.
Man,
Apologies.
can you imagine how difficult it is to make a tamale beer without eating all the tamales?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I tried. I had 18 pounds of tamales.
Yeah, I'd be like, what, one made it in there.
Yeah.
And it's only because it fell out of my mouth on accident.
It fell back into the beer. So I
Yeah.
ended up with a tamale beer because it was like, "Blur," and then right back into
Yeah.
the beer.
You definitely got to start with like double what it asked for, what the directions asked.
I think you've got to have
Double tamales so you can eat half of them.
You'd have
Right.
to have some somebody like an accountability partner. Like you'd have to have some
Yeah.
like a batch of tamales over here
Like,
that you
so
didn't
just
know.
some terrible, like, otherworldly creature that doesn't like to eat tamales.
Well, what I was going to say is, yeah, or have somebody blindly make the tamales and put them in a dish or something that says like broccoli casserole, and
Right.
like, but so that it's not see-through, one of those tinfoil
Right.
deals.
Like,
and
just
so-
says only lima beans in this dish.
yeah, lima beans and tears or something.
Yeah.
And then you just, at the very end, after you've eaten your fill of tamales, if it's possible, if that's theoretically
Yeah.
possible, I think it is theoretically possible. Kind of like
Yeah.
black holes.
I don't know, man. I can eat a lot of tamales.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then you throw them in there at the end.
Yeah.
You know, maybe while you've got a mouthful and 2 handfuls of tamales. But thanks everybody for humoring us through the technical difficulties. But we got through it, man. Yeah.
Yay.
We got so many like
Through.
pieces and things going on here. Tried to make it work. Catherine, I apologize. You're not being able to.
We need a bigger staff.
Yeah, we're gonna need like 3 times as many interns. Have to recruit.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have more kids around here.
Listen, I don't know what's going on in my house right now. Okay. But I keep seeing a lot of walking back and forth and different gadgets and equipment. And I have no idea where it's going or what's happening right now.
Is anybody screaming?
No one is screaming right now.
That's the scariest part. If they're screaming, you at least know.
No, yeah, if they're quiet, that's when there's real problems.
Yes, that's when it gets a little bit.
Someone is concentrating on something.
Yeah, some sort of diabolical scheme to take over the world or something.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the beer that we're drinking? I've had a couple of sips because
I saw you light up a little bit there a minute ago when you were drinking something.
Yeah.
What is that one?
This is the one we initially poured, and I had to run out of the room. And I guess you guys talked about it. It's delicious from New Braunfels.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I dig. It gets you right here. It's super tart. When you take that first drink, it gets you right there.
That color is really nice.
Yeah, right? We should maybe, what do you think, paint the walls of the studio that color?
I believe
maybe a little dark.
This is the beer. I'm not 100% sure. But there's a little controversy with this beer.
There was.
Yeah, because Shiva, so he got in a little controversy with the is it Hindu?
Oh, yes.
The Hindu crowd?
Yes, I remember that. Yeah. I remember that. He did get a little backlash from the religious community for that. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it had, listen, I don't actually remember the entire scandal, but I think it had something to do with the label being little, let me see it now. Do you have the label now?
Yeah, it's right there.
I think he changed it.
Okay,
pick it up.
Huh?
Or maybe it's the name that they didn't appreciate him using the
label doesn't look controversial. Yeah, I think
that label I think is different.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They may have had another beer that had the word Shiva in it.
Listen, I watched Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, and I think Shiva was referenced in that movie. So I feel like I can pretty much.
Yeah, those were different times, I think.
I feel like I can talk about this with some authority.
Okay.
It's a really good beer.
It is.
I can't wait to try it.
It's delicious. It's barrel aged black sour wheat. So is it fruit? Was it aged on fruit? I have to know. It feels like there's fruit. Grapes, I'm guessing, if it's wine.
May just be from the barrel.
Maybe red wine. The lees. That's okay. So Kennedy, you know what trub is, right?
Yes.
Some people say trub.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hayden knows what trub.
Hayden, yes. No, not till the end of the show.
Is it getting hot over there?
No, she's just.
No, it's just fun to blow out candles.
Yes, there's candles. Listen, those candles are the only thing that stand between this room smelling like.
Anytime. How old are you, sweetheart? How old is she?
9.
9. Okay. My daughter's about to be 9, actually, this month. And anytime we have candles anywhere in this house, all she asks me a million times is if she can blow them out.
Mm-hmm. No, you can. When the show is over.
She wants to be safe.
Yeah, when the show is over, you can absolutely blow them out. But until we've got to.
There should just be some kind of toy for kids that's just like just a continuous loop of blowing out and relighting. That's totally safe too.
Yeah.
Just fire. The kids fire.
It's called matches.
Yeah.
that makes sense. My the signal went away.
That's all right.
Is it? I don't feel like it is.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Something. I don't know what happened here. Anyway, that'll work.
It didn't look that great anyway.
It looked. You know what? Speak for yourself. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. Listen, it's been a show. One of those technical difficulties. Sorry, I shouldn't make it go silent like that.
So what are the weekend plans? You guys got anything going on?
Catherine, you go first.
I don't think I have any weekend plans this weekend. How shameful. I don't think I have anything going on except for work. I'm working very hard. on Barbacoa Apparel right now. But other than that, I don't think we have anything exciting planned. I know that we really, really want to get out to Cactus Land because we love being out there. And I think that's it.
Is this the weekend where you finally go get your dog a CPAP machine?
Listen, I actually just texted Jason a little bit earlier, and I was like, we have to do something about this dog because she can't control herself when she's going potty, and she's just dumping all over this house like a little, like it's a minefield.
What's going on? Is she old?
She's very old, and her back legs don't work very well, and I don't think she can control it, which is so sad and awful.
Huh? What'd you say?
We tried.
Diaper.
You know what? We tried doing that, but she's so slanted in the back that the diaper falls off.
Yeah, they don't really. They
don't fit well.
Dog butts.
Like I would have to put it on and then duct tape it probably times to keep it on there, and I don't think she'd like that when we pull it off.
Yeah.
But I
shave
know
her.
earlier there's nothing worse than thinking that maybe your baby picked up poop. You know what I mean? Because I didn't catch it in time.
Yeah.
And then I immediately texted Jason. I was like, okay, this is too much.
No,
Even the scare, just the idea, the scare of it made it enough for me to be like, I don't think I could do this anymore.
We have a coworker whose little kid got into some dog poop.
Did you eat it?
I'll just leave it at that. Maybe.
Did you eat it?
Maybe.
Did you eat it?
Maybe.
You know,
Did you
listen.
get into a sandwich?
Listen. There's way worse things than dog poop.
To eat?
Of course, but the idea of it, Josh,
much.
is too much for me.
No, there's a lot.
There's not a lot.
I don't think
worse.
dog poop is all that. Like as far as the smell goes, yeah, it's not pleasant. I'm not gonna get dog poop scented potpourri or a candle and put it in my room.
I'm gonna take 1 second for time out. Somebody is knocking on my door, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just saying, as far as the scale of dog poop goes,
yeah,
or the scale of poop, dog is up there at the top of the least offensive.
I don't know.
Cat? Have you ever been around a cat?
Yeah.
That pooped? The worst. Cats are bad. People.
People? Yeah. Those
people have a lot of range, but none of it's good.
No, I'd say
it's
people.
all awful.
Yeah, people is definitely the worst.
I mean, dogs eat pretty much the same thing every day, and if you can even rabbit poop's probably the best, or bird poop.
No,
as far as smell goes. Right.
As far as smell,
bird is probably at the top because it has no real smell. I mean, it's very faint.
Well, they only eat seeds, so.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Their diet, So,
is this going to be our next segment?
What?
If you could eat poop.
Are people eating lunch right now?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they don't want to eat too much. So this is where public service.
Yeah, this is how we keep people trim.
We control appetite.
Oh, this isn't some of our grosser stuff. We've done worse.
We don't need to elaborate.
But you do have a good point.
We're going to try to keep it PG-13, but yes, no, it's a very,
I
very
was
valid point.
thinking of gross stuff. Yesterday, Bosco threw up, and it was kind of.
Oh yeah, our dog.
Oh,
yeah. Again?
No,
Was that yesterday?
No.
Or 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Oh yeah, it was like he didn't first of all, he should chew because it came out as like a pile of dog food, like no chewing. It's like he eats like Mike. No chewing, doesn't actually touch his tongue. Just
it's weird when animals do that. They think they won't. This is their last meal.
Yeah,
and they have to down it like really quick.
We literally have about 27 pounds of dog food.
Yeah.
in our pantry right now. Let me say this. Amazon Prime, which, if you can click through and use our link, we really appreciate that. I can't go a show without noting that. So thanks. Like if you're going to buy a mixer, like an audio mixer, Catherine, that would be a good one. That would have been a good one. Had if somebody were to do that and then use our link,
right?
But Amazon Prime Now. Have you ever used that?
Yes. Are you asking me? Or
I'm just throwing it out. Well, yes, anybody that wants to answer in the affirmative.
Yes, I have used Amazon Prime Now. It's so convenient. I've done it actually haven't even been at home.
Mm-hmm.
I was out and about in the world, and I don't know what's happening in my house right now. I was out and about in the world, and I ordered something when I was out, and then I got home, and guess what was on my porch?
Yeah, that's what I did. I was at work, and I hate stopping at the store after work because it's so late, and it backs everything up, like time to get to bed, time to all that stuff. But I was at work. I just ordered that, said it'll be there in a couple hours, and it was there as I walked in the door, it was all right there waiting on me. But there's a certain limit. You have to make a certain amount of purchase. So they didn't have anything smaller than the 30-pound bag of dog food. So we're good for the next, 6 months.
Right.
But also had to buy 2 boxes of cereal. Which is not
just
that.
to make it over the I've had to buy extra things just so I could make it to the price point to where they'll deliver it.
Yeah, but to get something within 2 hours, I mean, it's pretty amazing. Just anything.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't get any more paper towels, toilet paper?
No.
Yeah,
We're good.
You're good on that.
Those get delivered regularly.
Yeah.
So all good.
I can't believe the amount.
Actually, we're out now. We had to cut back.
Wait, you're out?
Mm-hmm.
How's that possible?
We paused.
You had a room stacked floor to ceiling.
We had a single
with
room
paper
devoted
towels.
just to paper towels. It's true, but we've since
Kids need a lot of paper towels.
they do. And
Kids and pets.
Yeah, exactly. We've
well,
got a house
when
full of both.
Yeah, when they clean up bugs, they get like a whole roll.
3.
Yeah.
I have no idea I don't know what they're doing back there.
They repapered your room back there.
They did something.
Do you
Yeah,
s-
that's probably they just decoupaged paper towel all over the wall.
Do you smell smoke coming out of that room?
No, I don't. But there's just so much
good.
movement.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
From one room to another,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it feels like something's happening.
You need an elaborate set of mirrors.
I need like cameras, probably, and motion detectors.
Oh man, that's probably bad.
That'll just like move around and watch them
Mm-hmm.
as they move. And whenever they're working together, that's when you know it's bad.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like two
It's a group
opposing.
effort.
Yeah, 2 opposing countries that come together to do some diabolical scheme.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. There's a summit happening right now
Yeah.
in the back of my house, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
Hayden, do you and your sisters plot against your parents? Do you guys
I think you
do
put.
you do something?
Yeah.
Did I just put an idea in her head?
No, they don't plot against us. It's basically unless setting up tents to like take over, like
Oh yeah, forts.
yeah, a lot of forts, a lot
Yeah.
of tents, that sort of thing. And if you can like count that as eminent domain kind of deal, like if they
Right.
can squat on our property long enough, it becomes theirs.
They don't like hide from you guys, and
No,
you guys look for them and they jump out of nowhere and scare you.
We used
Nothing
to-
like that.
we used to do more of that. They're getting too big to
It's
hide.
too big. Yeah.
There's a lot less hiding spots than there used to be.
No, I can still hide.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're just that good at it. I haven't seen you in any of them. I'm just saying. That's impressive.
They haven't saran wrap your toilets yet.
No,
No, don't do that. It's mean.
no. If you saran wrap a
Thank
toilet,
God my kids can't hear this right now.
if you saran wrap a toilet, then you have to clean it every day, forever.
And that would be the punishment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If you want to pay attention to a toilet, we can facilitate that.
We could make sure that you
Sorry,
know
there's something
every.
called life.
I know, but so don't saran wrap a toilet.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
do we have plans this weekend? I think
I don't think so.
gloriously we don't.
Oh,
This is like the one weekend forever.
Just relax.
no gymnastics.
No
No dance
gymnastics, no
competition.
dance competition. Huh?
On Friday night, Julie and Kara are coming over.
We have friends coming over on Friday night. Okay.
Oh, so this was you get to wake up to Saturday morning.
That's fun. I get to cook pancakes. I enjoy that.
But on Sunday, it's Father's Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we
Oh,
doing?
that's right. It is. Oh my gosh, it is Father's Day on Sunday.
You're the same. I'm like, oh.
Yikes.
From a couple of Father's
Oh, yeah. That's my artwork from Father's Day. My beer
So
mug.
beautiful.
Our artwork.
Hour. No, you gave it to me. It's
Yeah, but you
that's
didn't
I.
paint it.
It's my. I own it.
Yeah, but you didn't paint
So it's
it.
mine. No, I know that. But what I'm saying is mine. You gave it to me.
It's your picture, not your.
Is that your shirt?
Yeah.
You didn't knit that shirt.
Knit.
Anyway.
You're so stupid, John.
That's
Whatever.
What I wanted to say.
That's true. I don't know. Anyway.
So I think we have a new viewer today, Danny.
Danny.
Danny Saunders.
Hey, man.
I don't know if I've noticed him before.
What's up, bro? Did you just drop a sup, bro? You've been hanging around me too long.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't me that said so.
No, it was.
Oh.
Okay, 1 second. I'm so
So
sorry.
welcome to the show, Danny. He is currently drinking Rough Tail IPA.
Oh, nice.
So he is joining us on a liquid lunch.
Excellent. That's excellent. I I appreciate that, all that. I'm trying to pull up the comments here.
Yeah, Jeffrey just asked about. Oh, second week. Well, welcome back. Glad you came back, Danny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Danny. Nice. Very nice.
Jeffrey's asking about the Texas wheat
Oh.
that we didn't quite get to.
Well, yeah, because I've been bumping my gums. Let me tell you something. I don't need to drink it right here on the show to tell you about Texas wheat, because I drank a lot of it this weekend. Let me tell you, if you haven't had it again, like as if you had it the first time. Okay, you know what though? We probably have a fair share of our audience that never got to try Texas wheat because they discontinued Texas wheat, St. Arnold that is,
I've never tried Texas wheat.
6 years ago, 7 years ago,
I don't think I've ever tried it.
5 years ago. I don't remember when it was. Catherine, did you ever try St. Arnold Texas wheat before they discontinued it?
Maybe.
Maybe. See, that's
I don't have a definitive answer for that.
okay.
Excuse me.
Did you burp?
Yeah.
And okay, that happens.
Yeah, you just need to get into the microphone and do it really loud.
How sweet though that she said excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Polite.
Yes, but the Texas wheat,
That comes from my mom.
what,
Yeah,
the burping or the sweetness.
The sweet.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah, it's one of the most refreshing beers. Like it's different than say like a real ale goza, like the lime goza that's just like cuts through swamp mouth. You know, that swampy gooey mouth. Mm-hmm. It's just like the essence of just, I don't know, it hits you and you're just like, oh, that's a good beer. It's just like a good reach for beer. And they discontinued it because the sales were not what they wanted at the time compared to some other beers.
Yeah.
But it's so good. It's just, you don't really have to think about it. It's just one of those beers where just, drink it from the bottle. You don't have to be all pinky out hoity-toity with it. It's just good.
Do you think if these icon sales are up, they'll make it part of their normal rotation again?
I don't know. I wish they would. I don't know.
They don't have a wheat beer in the rotation.
No, yeah, they do. That was another part of it because they had Weed Whacker is their wheat beer.
That's a Weed Whacker?
Yeah, because it's like a Hefeweizen. They changed. Okay, so that initially was fancy lawnmower, and then they changed the yeast, but then they added wheat. So it's like a Hefeweizen.
I thought it was just yeast. Okay.
Mm-mm. That's where originally, but then they changed it, and that's won a lot of awards. It's a delicious beer, but this the Texas wheat is just different. It's just different. It's very approachable. I don't know when David was talking about a beer that would bring people over from the macro side. Mm-hmm. To me, this is that beer in as far as ales go. I mean, it's just so good.
Yeah, Jeffrey's asking why they made Texas wheat the last icon.
I think. Well, okay, I don't have all the details. I did talk to sources. Sources say that yes, it definitely is the last. They didn't really make a big release about it. I believe, if I'm to deduce from what information I have out there, they are about to open their big beer garden, and I do believe they're going to have a lot of one-offs and experimental beers there. Mm-hmm. Which I think if things really take off there, then they would just turn around and make it into a packaged beer on its own. But I think that's the line of reasoning that it just kind of ran its course, I guess. I mean, they put out a lot of really good beers on that Icon series, but I just think they're going to go have a different method of putting it out there for the public to take it in.
St. Arnold just had their 24th anniversary.
They did
last weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we're about to have. Ooh, can we talk about this now, Catherine?
I think we should talk about it.
We're about to have our 2-year anniversary.
We are.
And it's going to coincide. Party. And
technically, we've already had 2 years.
Right, but when we sold our first keg.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, no, we're about to have 100 episodes.
That's what I'm saying. So it's really kind of a culmination. 2 years, 100 episodes, all the just accolades we've received over the last 2 years.
All the awards.
The awards that we've just.
All those award shows that we've had to get dressed up and take pictures.
That's the real reason. Huh?
Which ones are those?
Again, remember what we talked about at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. sometimes we got to make things up.
No, not even.
Yeah, so
It's just it's sparkles.
you know what it's called? It's called fake it till you make it.
Yeah, it's called sparkles on your costume. Okay, you don't really glimmer, but you can. You can.
Yeah, we're acting.
Yeah.
Like in the school play.
Yeah. So it's beer entertainment. It's not a faction. We're not journalists.
Beertainment.
Yeah, beertainment. That's why we had to discontinue the paper towel sales, because we needed a place to store all those trophies. So that's what we did.
All those awards.
The trophies we've been winning for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do that. Hey, don't do that. Thank you.
Your dad hasn't showed you the room with the trophies?
What room?
That's the thing. Okay.
You don't know about it.
Yeah. All right.
You just haven't seen it yet.
I've seen
That's
every
obviously
room
what's
in our
happening right here.
house.
All right. I'm going to take a line from Catherine. Don't sass me.
That's my favorite. Because Josh is so sassy, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's wearing off.
I exude sass.
Yeah.
That's because we're all the sassafras. Just
You
all
have to
day.
be careful who you say those things to, though, because sometimes people take me seriously, but I'm like, no, I was just kidding. I really enjoy the sass.
Oh, yeah. What is sass? How do you define sass?
It's just like Southern attitude.
Okay. Like when
Right?
you throw out
Like
a
when I think of sass, I think of like maybe just like
Paula
sass,
Deen.
like sassy. Don't take anything from anyone. retort.
Picky.
Huh? What?
Picky.
Who?
I take it as like talking back to.
But in a way with charm.
Yeah.
But yeah, with an accent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad used to always tell us,
Don't sass me.
"Don't sass me.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Don't give me any sass."
Yeah, that's true. There's a time and a place for it. And when your dad's getting onto you and has his dad face on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
That's
furrowed.
not your dad.
Well, I'm just trying. I can't. It's a involuntary.
Yours is this.
I grit my teeth a lot. That's like the break. I put a break on all the.
Yeah. Do you have to like stop yourself? Sometimes I have to stop myself and walk into another room and then come back.
Yeah, do that.
Stop
Sometimes.
myself, go into another room, regroup for just a second.
Let's show us the sass face again.
That's not sass. That's the dad face.
This is the dad face. That's
The mad dad face.
That's mad dad.
That's very furrowed.
Like when your dad is mad, does it the whole house just stop what they're doing, or do they do you kind of ignore him and keep going?
Everyone gets
Well,
quiet.
I try to ignore him, but it really doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because he just keeps coming back for more.
I'm unignorable.
Yeah,
No, you're just loud.
That's
Yeah.
part of it.
that's part of the dad disciplinary tactics.
Yeah. When in doubt, go louder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think your dad tells funny jokes?
No,
Whatever. You constantly laugh around me.
it's because they're corny.
Well, either way, if it gets a laugh, it gets a laugh.
Hey, corny is funny.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. You'll see. You'll see.
She's gonna have some revelation someday.
And
Yep.
you're like, oh yeah.
They just might.
Oh,
That's funny.
That was funny.
They just might be over your head.
Oh yeah, corny isn't funny.
That's what you say now.
Hold on. Here we go.
7 Diddy 9.
See, that's funny.
Yeah.
I asked a man one time if it was Hawaii or Hawaii. He said Hawaii. I said, thank you. He said, you're welcome. You're welcome. We don't know.
Was it Dracula that you were talking to?
No, he just, listen, you can't make fun of people that
I
have
don't-
speech impediments. It's just the way he
I think it may have been
Just how it was made.
Yes.
I think it may have been Count Chocula.
Hey, people have made beer with Count Chocula, right?
Yeah.
I know they've done Fruity Pebbles.
No,
Yes.
not Vacula.
Vacula. So yeah, he would be Vacula. You're welcome. Thank you.
Fully welcome.
You see, you have the gene. You have the cheese gene. So don't make too much fun. I see it in you.
It's gonna be you one of these days.
Yeah, well, I'm past that to you. That and the slight curl in your hair. It's the same. The same. Weekend. Oh yeah. So apparently I'll be making pancakes in in Friday morning or Saturday morning. Yeah.
Do you like your dad's pancakes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you like them better
It's
than?
hard to mess up pancakes.
Do you like them better than Mom's pancakes?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let's just say our approach to pancakes are very different. As in, I do breakfast delicious pancakes, and she does like these other healthy style pancakes
I
that.
can go get them.
That's
they're
just a
in
mom.
the freezer right
Yeah, no,
now. They're
yeah,
made
Yeah.
with peanut butter, oats,
yeah.
berries.
They're good in a pinch if you need nutrition.
No
Oh.
syrup allowed.
No syrup
No
allowed.
syrup.
But,
Oh no.
yeah,
No
but when
No
not,
syrup allowed.
not for those healthy pancakes. No, that's a mom
Just,
thing.
who's the one that puts the chocolate chips in the pancakes?
That would be this
Oh,
guy.
Yeah.
That's dad move. That's a definite dad move.
Tell what pancakes do I make like typically during the summer? So like this Saturday, what will they be?
Berry?
And
Yeah, blueberries are in
blueberry
season
and
right now.
banana.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll heat up the maple syrup and infuse it with some cinnamon
And
sticks.
you always do some with nuts.
Yes, I do some with walnuts for those especially. I think that goes best.
Hold on. What time's pancakes on Saturday?
9. If I'm smart, I do the batter the night before. That's the baller move.
Yeah.
9?
And then you just fry
Can you
them
guys
up.
wait till like 10 so I can make it?
Yeah, come on. No, I thought you were gonna be out of town.
Well, I am, but we're not making pancakes either.
You're going to Livingston, right?
Yeah, so this weekend we're going to Lake Livingston with my family.
Ooh.
Like your mom and dad,
No,
your brother.
my brother,
His
my
wife?
nephew, my sister-in-law,
Yeah.
and Jules.
Oh,
Very nice.
We're
are
all-
y'all
we're
going
going-
fishing?
There might be some fishing. There's gonna be
Catfish. They like catfish out there. In like
there's gonna be some canoeing.
Crappie.
Catfish are big.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be.
A bunch of swimming.
Let me tell you this: when you're in Livingston, you go to the Walmart there and you people watch.
Oh,
It might be the best
Oh.
people watching.
You are not the first person to tell me that.
you know, I
Those-
think
How weird is that?
I think
or
somebody-
maybe you were the other person
I
to tell me
might.
that.
I think
don't
I
know.
was, but you owe
Yeah.
it to yourself to go to the. I mean, you got to go anyway if you're
I'm
going
not
to get like
going
worms
to
or something.
Lake Livingston to go people watch to go to Walmart.
But no. When you go to Livingston, you do go to Walmart though.
You
because
have to because maybe there's nothing else.
There's nothing else if you need any kind of gear. If you need sandwich making stuff, you go to
Hopefully,
Walmart.
I'm getting everything before we go.
Make sure you take beer.
Oh yeah. Oh, my beer's gonna be ready.
Ooh, you're taking your own beer?
I'm
It's in
among
glass,
other
though.
things.
You can't take it out on the lake.
Huh?
You can't take bottles out on the lake.
Well,
That's
I'm not
all
gonna
cabin
take-
beer.
Then take cups.
Well, yeah,
Thank
but you
you.
can't, you can't take glass out on the.
No, I'm not.
You'll
no.
get pulled over by
Take
the.
styrofoam.
Well, I
That's
don't.
actually, that's not a good.
We don't
move.
really
It'll
have a
bubble too
boat.
much.
We're gonna have a canoe, but or
Still, you
a
can't have it.
kayak. But
You can't have it on the
I'm
lake.
not just taking my beers.
That's what I'm saying. Do that. You got to do that back at the house.
Yeah.
Are you on a cabin?
Yeah, we got like a no. It's like a condo.
Well, still,
Gotta
you're
get-
not staying in tents.
No, we got
Ugh.
no. Oh, it's supposed to rain this weekend too.
It is supposed to rain quite a bit, right? We got like
Yeah,
a tropical
I'm
storm
not- yeah,
or something. Tropical depression.
So like sometime Saturday, I think it's gonna start raining. I don't. Hopefully, it's not too bad.
Well, if it starts raining Friday night and you're like, we're calling this one, we're calling this, you know,
No,
a wrap.
no. I
You don't come back on Saturday
I spent a
morning,
lot of
okay.
money on that Airbnb. We're not gonna. We're not. I'm not turning around if it's raining.
So you did Airbnb at
Yeah.
Livingston.
Uh huh.
See, that's pretty remarkable. That as Livingston is so Livingston. You know, kind of like the Walmart. It's very Livingston. Like
Yeah.
like older ladies in their nightgown going
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
Walmart.
Some
That's-
moo-moos.
Yeah, it's that. There's a lot of that going on, but yet they still have Airbnb. It's kind of a interesting mix up there.
Well, anybody who wants to rent out their house or even a room can be on Airbnb.
I know, but you have to have the internet.
Speaking of
Yeah.
going to the store in your pajamas, I saw this dude yesterday. He was going to Kroger.
You got talking to the mic. Everybody wants. This is a
He was
tricky.
going to Kroger,
Mm-hmm.
and he had no shoes on, pajamas, and he was walking into Kroger with his brother.
How old was he?
He was like a teenager.
No
That's
shoes.
pretty typical
Yeah.
teenager.
She's
No, what kind of pajamas? Like long pant pajamas?
Yeah.
They had on a shirt. He had on a shirt, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Were they footy pajamas with the zipper in the front?
Oh,
That's what you wear.
Oh, okay.
did they have a butt flap?
Yeah. No.
You said the word butt. That's funny when you're
Sorry.
nine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's funny when you're my age too. So
Well, you need it.
yeah.
You need it. I was gonna ask you. So if you're taking, you gotta take some canned beer if you're gonna take like a little cooler out
Oh,
on your
for
kayak.
sure. Yeah,
What are you gonna
yeah.
take?
Well, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Is it?
Yeah, real Elgos.
I don't know that that's a no-brainer. Catherine, do you think that's a lake? I think lake beers are very different than beach
The
beers.
beach beers?
Mm-hmm. It's very different.
Well, I could see that. Like our beach beers should be more citrusy, maybe, and lake beers should be more earthy.
I think so. Well, when I go lake beer, I want something that it doesn't matter. Like, okay, so typically if I'm at the lake, you're dealing with bait, right? And especially if it's like worms,
So yeah.
you're going to have dirt all in your fingernails
Yeah.
and fish guts and worm guts and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So you want something that, you know, when you pop open that can, it doesn't matter if there's a little dirt around the top.
It's like
You say.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why do we hear Catherine talk and then she in her mouth moves like 3 minutes?
Oh, that's because I'm magic.
Yeah, that's just simple magic. And
Yeah,
that's another one
I
of
just
the...
throw my voice.
All right, so here, intern program. Here's one of those things we're going to teach you about broadcast and streaming and stuff. That's one of those things we don't mention. Like, Kennedy always brings that up at the beginning of the show. And
You know why it's like that? Because Kennedy messes up every time.
yeah, it's basically, we just blame... It's
If you have
Kennedy.
any questions about why anything
Kennedy
isn't
did
working
it.
properly,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Kennedy.
If there's a technical issue, just
Yeah, it's
just
Kennedy.
blame it on me.
Just blame it on Kennedy. But no, that's what we do. We just, if you don't want to pull people out of the magic of the show, just like with the dance. Let's say if you're doing your dance, right, and your shoe comes flying off when you do your aerial or something like that,
Yeah,
you don't point at your shoe or go grab it and stick it back on. You just continue the dance, right?
some people do.
Well, they shouldn't, though, should they? Right? You tell me. Do you stop the dance, go get your shoe, and then go back, or do you just finish the dance?
You pause your life, go get your shoe.
You do not.
Pause.
Do you tell them to stop the music? Like stop.
Tell the judges, hold on.
Like
hold
pause.
on.
Pause.
Let me
pause.
tell you, I got to brag on Hayden here. We just had her recital this past weekend, and she's got a dance that has 2 aerials. So you know what an aerial is? Where you do it's like a
No-handed cartwheel.
no-handed cartwheel. And all season long, she's physically she's able to do it, but I guess you get a little psyched out or whatever at the moment, put a hand down or whatever. Well, this was the final performance. She's been doing this dance it's a competition, right? So she's been doing it all season long, and it's high energy. It's a fun dance. The name of the song is
Stupid Cupid.
not Stupid Cupid.
Yes.
What's the one with your solo? Get Back Up Again.
Yeah, that's good.
That one too. Both of them are high energy. That's a group dance is Stupid Cupid. But anyway, at the end, she hit. Okay, don't sing. We anyway, she hit 2 right in a row, no hands, just boom, boom, and it was killer. Anyway.
Aren't we supposed to be talking about beer?
Yeah, well, this is what we talk about when we drink beer. It's just life.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was super proud of you. So that's all.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she just nailed it. It was great. So anyway, yeah. Let's get back to this lake beer thing.
Hold on. Before you keep going, any viewers have any recommendations for lake beers? Just type them in,
Okay, so here's
and we'll mention
but
them.
here's the parameters.
All right.
It has to be available in the North Houston, Spring, Woodlands, Conroe area, and over to 59. That sort of thing. It's got to be in
Okay, yeah.
cans, right?
All right.
Okay. So like I would recommend something like Huffmeister from Huff Brewing,
Yeah.
but you'd have to go way out of your way to get that currently.
Yeah.
You'd have to go out to Belleville, and that's in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I think if you could find, I don't know if it's down here, but River Beer from Hops and Grain would be a good one.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, super crushable.
Uh-huh.
You know, just delicious beer. Let me think what else. Catherine, if you have any, throw them out there. Of course, Fancy Lawnmower would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Bombshell Blonde would be great.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, even Fireman's Four would
Yeah.
be a good one.
So I
And
recently
you can get those in cases.
Yeah, a couple months ago, I went on a Julie and I went kayaking on the river, and we took some Bombshell Blondes. Those were good.
Yeah, because they come in a little suitcase, so you can keep them in there, and they keep each other cold. Not that you'd want to necessarily do that out on a kayak if you're going to be out there. Oh, we can.
You know what? You know what I haven't noticed has come out this year?
What?
Am I wrong? Where's the summer camp pack?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah. I don't.
The Sierra Nevada. Is that what you're talking about?
Are you talking about Sierra Nevada? They
camp?
do a thing.
Yeah, beer camp.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen it, but I don't know.
You don't usually subscribe to that?
I have something.
Yeah. Oh. Well. Okay. Just yeah. What?
Okay.
Talking to the mic.
version, like realistic version of what is it called?
I don't know.
The elephant with the big ears.
Oh, Dumbo.
Dumbo.
Yeah, it's coming out in 2019.
Oh,
Ooh,
timely,
that's exciting.
timely chunk of information right there.
Yeah.
I saw there's like a trailer out too. I just saw that.
I also saw that the new Mary Poppins is coming.
Really?
Who's Mary
Yeah.
Poppins?
Mary Poppins,
Emily Blunt.
The one that.
Oh, I know who Mary. Yeah. Speaking of sass, I know who Mary Poppins is. I'm saying who's playing Mary Poppins. It was Julie Andrews in the original.
It's Emily Blunt.
What is she in? I don't know.
She's married to John Krasinski,
Who's that?
Who's that?
and she was in from The Office. Jim from The Office.
Oh.
Oh, she's married to Jim.
Yeah,
What has she been in?
she's been in a ton of stuff. She was in the new Victoria movies. She was in, I don't know. She's British.
Oh. Has she been in anything I've seen is the question.
I'm sure she has, but I don't have the IMDb right in front of me.
Okay.
Huh.
I don't know. Are you picking?
I'm about to tell you.
Okay. Turns out I don't see a whole lot.
I used to get her. They're not the same thing by far, but I used to get her and Katy Perry mixed up a lot because they have a similar face.
Okay. Katy Perry from American Idol.
Katy Perry, the singer, the pop
But
star.
she's also
yeah.
on American Idol, right? That's Katy
She
Perry.
ruins American Idol, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
I like her hair now.
What, the Snow
Short.
White? Or the blonde?
No, but
She was dressed as Snow
she made
White.
it black, and then she had a weave, and then she made it really long and straight.
Hold
It's
on.
pretty cool.
So she has fake. You like the hair that she bought?
It's a weave.
I know. And she bought
Yeah.
it. So it's not even her hair.
Yeah.
Still,
That's the definition of weave, Josh.
I know.
Yeah.
But she's.
Hazel loves a weave.
She was
It's
in
so
Devil.
she got real excited by that.
You should get Hazel a weave. That would be awesome. Like purple.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to.
she was
Have her
in-
sit down for a couple hours while that thing's all worked out.
She was in
Yeah,
Devil,
she'll
Devil
love it.
Wears Prada.
I didn't see that.
She
What
was
else?
in the Devil's Wears
Is there anything
Prada.
I've seen? Okay, I guess not.
No.
I don't.
I don't know.
Okay, could she sing?
I don't.
I
she's
mean,
not a singer,
everyone
sorry.
can sing.
Could she sing well? Julie Andrews could sing.
Oh, I guess we'll find. Well, I think anyone British probably can sing okay.
All right, here we go.
Um,
Edge of
Stephen
Tomorrow.
Hawking? Stephen Hawking couldn't sing very well at all.
Well, that's a different thing,
He's
Josh.
British. I'm just saying he's British.
Come on.
Ed Sheeran
Digital.
can
It's still
sing
digital
great.
though. I'm sure it would do fine.
Girl on the Train.
No. This is not my wheelhouse.
Edge of Tomorrow.
No,
Looper. Oh, she was in Looper.
no, I didn't see that either.
Ed Sheeran's British. and
Oh,
he's
she was
really,
in the
really good.
Muppets.
The Muppets.
She was Miss Piggy's receptionist in the
Oh.
Muppets.
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I don't.
That's nice.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Oh. You're welcome.
She's bringing me
Danny
all her toys.
Oh, Danny said a Hefeweizen. You can get no label in cans now. El Jefe.
Oh, nice.
That wouldn't be a bad move.
Yeah.
Fancy.
It's yeah, I don't know if you're gonna do like that. I would say get a little more variety to go along with that. That's just my personal preference.
Well, I'm not worried about Weight Watchers this weekend, so I'm gonna drink.
All the beers.
I'm gonna drink a lot of beer.
Okay.
Can I blow out the candles?
Not after the show. After the show. We're deep in it now. You got to have
Yeah.
the candle. The candle pulls, ties the whole room together.
No.
Do you want
All
to? Would,
The walls.
well, if you blow out that candle, then we're gonna have to start smelling your dad.
Nobody wants that. That candle's the only thing that stands between us, this room smelling like me and Kennedy, and not. All right. So, anyway, there's the recommendations for your lake beers. They're definitely different category: lake beers and beach beers.
Now, what about lake beers and river beers? Meaning like lake beers or river beers, the ones you float down the river. You drink a beer on the inner tube.
You have more. I think you have more
And
variety.
you don't litter.
Right. Well, you don't litter at the lake either.
No, you don't litter at the river.
Right.
Glitter anyway.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is there a difference? I don't. Not. It's like the difference between stout and porters. It's. See Hazel. There's Hazel.
Hi, Hazel.
She's attacking me. Say hi.
She's like, here.
Hi.
I'm like, let's go get this weave.
Hi.
Let's go get that weave. She doesn't need a weave. She's got. Look
She
at all
just
the
woke
hair.
up from her nap. Look at this. This is nap hair.
That's awesome.
Is she blowing kisses? Oh.
What?
No, she's putting in her basket.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought she was blowing kisses.
She's got all the hair.
Mwah. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Smack. All right. Well, other than Dumbo, the new Halloween teaser trailer came out. Let's go to a complete different direction. Did y'all see that? Y'all into horror movies?
No, I don't like scary movies.
No, this one looked good. Are you into scary movies, Kennedy?
Uh-huh.
I love
This is-
scary.
You can't see this one though. This one's too scary. It's rated. I think it's rated R too. The
You're so lame, Josh.
I know, right? It's the actual sequel to the original. So it's like all that other stuff that all the other movies didn't actually happen.
All right.
So that's it looked good. I say everybody
So
go
it's
sick.
like the new version.
It's a continuation. It's a Jamie Lee Curtis, but it's like 40 years later. So because that's how long ago the movie was made. 30 years, 40 years.
Oh, she's gonna be.
Yeah,
Has anybody
Oh.
in this room
That's
seen
cool.
Chucky?
She's probably just gonna be eating yogurt the whole time, right?
yeah. She's gonna be touting that. What is that? The not Yoplait. What?
Activia.
I
Activia.
like yogurt. Yogurt's great.
Yeah, this girl can
Yogurt
eat.
is yummy.
Yeah, that would be hilarious if she's just
Yeah.
eating yogurt. Like
She's just eating Activia, just one take
no.
after. The...
Non-fat Greek yogurt is 0 points on Weight Watchers.
oh, there you
Yeah, it
you-
tastes like it too.
Yeah, I can eat all the non-fat Greek yogurt I want.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, Danny's going to Destin, Florida.
Oh.
Oh,
That's for you,
Deep sea
Danny.
fishing and crab.
Disney World. Oh,
No, crab. He's going offshore.
Well,
Oh, he's on the lake now. Okay. Hey.
yeah. She's good. This is boring her, and
Yeah.
I think that's probably a good place to stop.
hold
Yeah,
on. Before we go,
Uh huh.
Yeah.
we need to mention something.
What?
A certain sponsor.
Oh, hold on. We got a lot of stuff to mention.
Yeah. Let's get this.
Super. Okay. First of all, my apologies.
Yeah.
We had remember our buddy Martin.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He called in again.
Oh,
and he left us a message. So let's check that out right now. From the drunk dial line, one Martin called us. This is what he had to say.
Liquid Lunch, it's Martin. I just want to give a heads up. Just left Thistle Giraffe Shop, and I got to tell you, it was the most delicious thing I've eaten in a very long time. Octopus tostadas, everybody needs to go in there immediately and go have some octopus tostadas. We sipped on a little 11 Below hipster sauce, and it's going to be a nice weekend. I got to tell you what, they're doing good things at Thistle Giraffe. I recommend everybody go in and go see them. They're doing good things. The Lord's work. Have a good one, guys.
There you go.
Awesome. Does Martin has a backtrack
Yeah. Well, I might have spruced it
goes
up.
with him. Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was being clever because he was eating octopus tostadas.
Yeah. So a
And
little,
he was playing Octopus's Garden.
thank
I got
you.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So there was that. So yes, Thistle Draft Shop there in Spring, doing excellent things with food and beer.
Yeah.
And that hipster sauce is all the rage.
Yeah.
All the rage.
I bet hipster sauce knows.
That might be a good one to take.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's a quote unquote lake beer, but it would go great.
I'd drink it.
Oh,
Yeah.
catfishing. If you're
Yeah.
fishing for some catfish, some blue cat out
Yeah.
there at Lake Livingston, some,
Speaking of catfish,
Yeah.
Dad just made some catfish.
it was good, right?
It was great.
Was it?
Was it fried
Was it
or
fried?
baked, grilled?
Fried.
Fried.
It's really the only way you can do catfish.
That's true. That's, you know what? That's why everything else that we bicker about,
Yeah.
that's where we come together right there. Thank you. That sentiment right there is what that means everything.
Wow. Did we just agreed on
We
something?
that's the first time in 2 years.
Oh wow.
All right.
Okay.
So this would be the moment where I turn around and say thanks to our sponsors for the grain cellar.
Hey.
Hey, look at that. It's Humble's premier homebrew store with all your gear, kettles, buckets, airlocks, ingredients,
Fermenters.
fermenters, wine making, cheese making, beer making, all that stuff, soda
The
making.
biggest variety of hops and yeast you can find in the Houston area.
Whoa, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
That's saying a whole lot.
Yeah.
Preston is there to answer all your questions, and he's also there to give away those hugs if you walk in and say, Liquid Lunch sent me.
And he
Free
did give
hugs.
away a hug the other day.
Did you go waist up or waist down? Or to Jules?
Well, remember I tried to have her sneak in and pretend that
He knew.
But he knew right away who she was.
He's too smart. He's
yeah,
too smart.
he's a smart guy.
Yeah, so
he didn't fall for
I'll
it.
give you an extra hug if you say Hayden is awesome.
Sure, we'll throw that on Preston, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
But not only does he run a really really good homebrew supply store, he's also like a professional motivational quoter. He comes up with good motivational quotes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
In case you're a little depressed about your beer,
yeah,
he'll move you right along, or just with life.
right there.
Yeah,
Worst case scenario, you'll have beer.
yeah. Best case.
Best
scenario.
case scenario, you'll have great beer.
Yeah, that's excellent.
That's is a Preston quote right there.
That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks to the Grain Cellar helping making the show possible. Also, Barbacoa Apparel.
That's right.
I'll come up with a barbecue apparel one next time.
There we go. You got a little vacation to reset and come back and do that. But go to barbacoaapparel.com/shop and get those tees. Those super cozy, soft. Like they kind of give you a hug themselves.
You know what? Every time you put on a Barbacoa Apparel shirt, it's me giving you a hug. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if that'll help sell them or not sell them at all. But
So,
I
yeah.
don't see how it can not.
Yeah. No. You're like a black belt of hugging with all those kids.
yeah,
It's like,
I really love. Oh, I'm a hugger.
Yeah.
I hug people that come into my booth, even if they don't want it.
it's 110
And then sometimes
degrees.
I'm like, I'm sorry. Did you not want to be? I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm sorry. And then I apologize. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Hug
I
first,
actually had
questions
someone
later.
tell me at a wedding once because I went in to give her a hug and she said, "Oh, I'm not a hugger." I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
That's when
but
you-
I am. So that seems unfair.
Yeah, that's discrimination. I would definitely double down. I would just power hug. I would just be
Just
like,
give a big one.
all right,
Yeah,
stop me.
that'd be full frontal hug.
Bother, just give him a good high five.
Yeah, or a fist bump or like an elbow,
Yeah,
maybe.
or just a
an
point.
elbow to the face.
A point.
People like that.
Got you. An elbow
Yeah.
to the face.
Yeah, they like it.
Yeah,
Just like,
that's true.
no high hugs.
Yeah, boom, just nail it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, can you look at your best say something? No.
Oh, I was just gonna say, they're talking about in the quotes here that Grain Cellar is as well veteran owned.
Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that's
There you go.
Boom.
Boom. Veteran owned.
veteran owned.
We should put that on the thing
Yeah.
or something. Anyway, is there like a symbol for that? That should be a symbol like that you put on your business. Veteran owned.
And Danny just mentioned 20 years in the 20 years retired Air Force.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, Danny.
Thanks, Danny.
Yeah.
Thanks, Preston.
Yeah. Preston, that is a deer. That's a picture I have next to on my bedside table, just you and me hugging it. So, anyway. Okay. Thank you to everybody who watched, participated, chatted, was patient while we got through all our technical difficulties. Thanks to David Slocum, Sun Brewing in El Paso.
Yeah.
That was awesome. We're
That was awesome.
We've been all the way to that west side of the state. I got the other side in the works. Big news coming
now
out
we need
of.
to head north.
Well, I'm working on east. I'm working
Yeah.
as far. Yeah, Hazel,
Yeah.
you got it.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, so it's Thursday. The weekend is upon us, y'all. So get out there and drink good beer. If you want to give us a call, leave us a message there on our drunk dial line, 713-678-0070. Let us know what you're drinking. Let us know what you're doing this weekend, and we'll play it just like we did Martin's call right here on the show.
Please
And,
leave a message.
Yeah, leave a message and let us know. Wah! That's exactly right. We're going to go bananas when we hear your call. Great job today, summer intern Hayden, with all your
welcome.
witty insight.
Wonderful job.
Wonderful
Thank
job.
you.
Are you going to come back, Hayden?
I hope so.
Yeah.
She's have her people call our people, and
Yeah.
we'll try to work through it. Thanks to everybody that watched there on all the socials, on Twitter, on Facebook, YouTube. Were we on
We were on Periscope.
Periscope? Were we on? We weren't on Twitch today, were we?
No.
Working on that one.
Don't know.
I think we
No.
can do that one. Anyway, all right. Good job, Kennedy. Congratulations on the homebrew.
Thank you.
Have fun in Livingston. Be sure to go to Walmart and take pictures. Okay. And Catherine, great job as always.
Great job for
Is it
you,
frowned?
Josh.
Is it frowned upon to walk around Walmart just taking random pictures?
I don't think so. There's whole websites devoted to
Yeah.
it. You do that.
That's true.
So everybody check out what's going on with all the Barbacoa Apparel stuff. Catherine will keep you abreast of all that.
I'm almost ready to drop the big one.
Mm-hmm. That's a tease. That's the next big tease. Keep your eyes peeled.
I have a question.
And too late. We're wrapping the show. You're gonna have to hold your quest. That's a tease too. Next week.
Maybe next week.
Huh? Yeah, all the computers. So join us next week. More Liquid Lunch. I'm working on a guest as well, and we'll let you know. So we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for joining, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Yay.
And we'll let the music play out because that's, why not? Right?
Sure.
Okay. Bye, Catherine.
Bye, guys.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Drink beer, everybody. All right. That's a wrap.